They just signed Marcus Smart. We're going to go with the Memphis Grizzlies. This is a team that a year ago they said they were not scared of the Western Conference teams, and they kind of flamed out of the NBA playoffs. I think that this team, coming up, I think they had some really good pieces and things like that. It's just, the question for this Memphis Grizzlies team is going to be the maturity, I would say, and also kind of the responsibility of understanding when it's time to fly and when it's time not to fly in Ja Morant. I obviously am going to have them in NBA playoffs just because I think that they are a playoff team. But the issue that I'm going to have for them is, they really should be in NBA champs. Like, they should be competing for that spot. But I just think that there's just some immaturity things that seem to continue to be an issue for them.
I don't know. This might be a little hot or spicy, but I'd put this team in. It's a mid-off, bro. Yeah, I do not like this roster team.
Ooh,
I think getting
spicy,
Marcus
Brad.
Smart, bro. I think getting Marcus Smart was like redundant because you trade for him and he'll like bolster your defense, right? But while Ja's out, he'll be the point guard. When Ja comes back, you have Ja, Marcus, Desmond Bane.
That's just a Dylan Brooks.
But Dylan is 6'7" and he guards wings, man. Like, Marcus can get exposed by wings. So like that's their biggest hole is that they don't have a wing. Like, looking at this roster, I see like they let go of Josh Christopher, which is kind of shocking. I thought they would have kept him. He's young. But you have Luke Kennard, who slots in at shooting guard but needs to play some wing minutes because you have Desmond Bane and Marcus Smart now. You have Jake LaRavia, who's, not ready. He's good, good shooter, but I love Kenneth Lofton, but he's not going to make this team win any more games. David Roddy's probably a starter on this team now. And if David Roddy is starting for you, I don't know how seriously I can take you. Like, he's a good player, great glue guy, but come on, man. I think getting Derrick Rose was a great veteran move. To me, it seemed like this offseason was more about getting Ja on the straight and narrow than, like, winning games.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, so, like, this team is really mid to me, like, to be honest with you. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Yeah, I kind of think they're in the same exact spot they were last season, just not in the same way that they were there. They're not a championship team. I can't say mid-off. I do think they're going to be in the playoffs. But that doesn't mean I think they're going to be better. You're exactly what you're saying is 100% on, Brad. Like, if you look at this team, there is a stark lack of size on this team. Like, there is a lot of 6'3" to 6'5", 6'6" guys. And, that's not necessarily an issue on paper, but then go look at teams like Houston. I mean, Bernie, you don't even really think Houston's that good. I'm just telling you, they are a mismatch for this team. Like, just sheerly based on size and just the versatility of a lot of guys on Houston, like, teams like that are going to match up super well against Memphis, just sheerly based on how much bigger they are. That kind of stuff matters, man. Like, it's a huge deal. And what did we see during the FIBA tournament from Jaren Jackson Jr. that made you think he can overcompensate for a lack of size? I mean, the dude was getting bullied every which way for every rebound. I mean, there's no rebounds,
He does not rebound at all.
And that's a huge issue when you have a small team around a guy like that, right? Like, we saw last season, their team fell apart when Steven Adams got hurt. If your team falls apart when Steven Adams gets hurt, there's an issue. There is a serious issue afoot because Steven Adams, he's not terrible. I'm not saying he's bad. Steven Adams is a super valuable role player on a team. That is not a guy that should make or break your season. It's just not, So at the same time, though, like, I do like a lot of these guys. Like, I do like Marcus Smart for this team. I really do. Like, I think the accountability level of this team went up a lot of points. And if that was the focus, like we're thinking, Brad, like they were really focused on let's get Ja back in line here, I think they did a good job. Because I think Derrick Rose, from everything, I got a really close look at Derrick Rose for the last few seasons with the Knicks. Like, dude is super valuable in terms of just a locker room presence. He is like a stand-up human being in general, but especially just as a role model, like in the locker room. I mean, you're not going to find much better than Derrick Rose from everything we've seen. So And honestly, you could say the same about Marcus Smart. I mean, I know a lot of people feel very strongly about him on the court, but again, just seems like an absolute stand-up dude off the court and really holds people around him accountable. And I think that's
Yeah.
exactly what they needed. But it doesn't answer for their small forward, power forward situation. You know, like
Yeah.
that's a huge deal going into this season. And honestly, they're going to get bullied a lot. They're really going to get bullied by some big teams, but again, I do think like Desmond Bain, Bernie, we had a heated discussion earlier this offseason about guys we thought might take another leap in towards superstar status. And I said Desmond Bain is one of those guys that could. Like I still feel that way.
Especially with
But
Ja. Yeah.
but they need that. Like their season kind of hinges on me being right about that. So we'll see. You know,
Yeah.
we'll see. That's a big we'll see though, because Desmond Bain is still, you know, he's a shooting guard. He's a 6'5" shooting guard who's, you know, never really carried a team. So we'll see it. But I'm not sure, man. I do think the fact that the chemistry went as sideways as it did last season was still a bad sign going forward as far as like Taylor Jenkins is concerned. Can he get it together this season? We'll see.
Yeah. It'll be a big question mark for them. Really quick, are we all in agreement? NBA playoffs, just of a voting system here. I know Brad, you
Yeah, I
have them in
think
the mid-off.
they're low end. They're low end playoff.
Yeah. If they make it, they're a first round exit. Like, but yeah.
All right. Let us know in the comment section down below. What do you guys make of the Memphis Grizzlies? Are they a team that's going to make the playoffs? Are they in the mid-off? Are they lottery bound? You know, some people, I won't name names in the comment section, but they have been saying that about them. So let us know what you guys think.
Can we, if Ja has another incident, can we agree that they're lottery bound?
100%. Because if he has another incident, he's getting suspended for a full season.
Yeah.
Like it's 100% happening. So yeah,
agree.
it's not a question. If he
Yeah.
doesn't come back after 25 games and isn't locked in, they're not going to the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're cooked if he has another incident. But let us know in the comment section down below what do you guys make of the Memphis Grizzlies, and we'll catch you guys on the next part of this video. Peace out, guys.